We started really almost literally exactly 10 years ago. The reason was we entered the Google Lunar X Prize. It was a big so-called incentive prize, a competition, an international competition, and the goal of this competition was to build a craft, send it to the moon, and make some exploration. So cover at least 500 meters and make HD quality images and videos. I translated it always. It's just a very first exploration rover, and all this you should get financed by private means. So no government, or at least 10% government. This was the idea, and I learned about this competition maybe 1 year earlier from another already competing team, and I just thought, let's check what can we do here in Hungary. So we have a pretty good heritage on engineering talent. We are proud of that. Maybe it's true or not, but I think there are really a couple of good things, and I just said, okay, let's try to do this here in Hungary, and this was the motivation. Many people ask me, are you really sure to do this here in Hungary? And I can understand them. After 10 years, it was an extremely long and hard way, but I think it is still a good one, so I would do the same again. Space was a kind of childhood love, or the very early love. I grew up in the 60s, and it was the Apollo time. It was really the very first time of human flight. I was 9, and I was just cheering Armstrong and Aldrin on the moon surface as a child. So that's and I've said this was probably the reason. I cannot give you any other one. So I loved space, and then I became a physicist. Studied also the cosmology, the beginnings of the universe. So in that sense, also something space related. And it was just with me all my life. Life is normally quite different as you imagine it earlier. So I spent about 15 years, or more than 15 years, in the consultancy business with ERP systems and controlling and investment processes, which is completely different than space. But still, the space was there. And then early 2000 or so, I said, okay, I have to do something with again with space-based topics, and it was just the beginning of the way which led me back to that. And okay, this is something concrete. Make something what you can grasp and send it to the moon. It's not a theoretical work. That was the reason, actually. It's a big change, actually. So we know much more about the moon than those times. So actually, in the early times, nobody knew what is on the surface, really. So it was fears that if something is landing there, then all the astronauts will just sink in, and the regolith is the soil on the moon, which is last one, so nobody sank, but you didn't know that simply. So we have some experience, we have the landings, we have gathered a lot of scientific knowledge, what is there, and there is actually a very interesting thing. At the moment, moon is called by some people as the 8th continent. So that means that it is pretty close to Earth. It's around 400,000 kilometers, so we can go there with techniques in 2 or 3 days. So if there is any problem, we can even help people. But there are a lot of interesting things we could use. So there is just a kind of commercial interest in the moon, and there's a stepping stone into real deep space missions, like going to the Mars. So this is a huge change, and this. I mean, it's almost 50 years. So that's. There is an estimate and a study done by the Luxembourg Space Agency 2 years ago. So they estimated a minimum market altogether in the next 20 couple of years. I think from 2018 to 45, about more than 70 billion euros. It's a total market, so this could be a huge market. Of course, there is a lot of uncertainties in that one, but in the coming years, we will see the birth of this kind of industry, because private companies are building the landers. NASA is hiring, actually, is buying private landers or private missions to the moon. And there is a lot of interesting resources which could be used. And this is, for instance, water. Water is one of the holy grails what people are looking for on the moon. So it could be a very good business. I believe it will be a very good business, but it's still a high-risk one.